The meaning of the movie author Orpheus to read for minutes published 11.01. 2020 updated 11.01. 2020 I'll note right away, the movie has no shortage of cool, cinematic effects. It is in this position that it really impresses and attracts sci-fi fans. And computer graphics, and combined shooting, all this is at the level of world standards. And the fact that at least this movie has already surpassed many of its Russian predecessors, is evidenced by its box office attracted not only the hearts of viewers, but also their wallets. Box office receipts of the movie 3 times exceeded the financial costs. But besides external effects, Fyodor Bondarchuk wanted to convey to us his big and bitter thought: today's Russian society is being eaten up by xenophobic instincts and passions. People, and especially people of the younger generation, live by the principle, not ours, not Russian, means a potential enemy. Get out of the way. This is not patriotism. This is a real hatred of any manifestation of alien behavior. In the movie, a certain spaceship crashes. But it is exactly a crash, not a disastrous invasion in the scenario of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. About what the movie attraction, this blockbuster begins in the usual style of Star Wars for the genre. During the fall from space of a certain object, at first it is taken for an asteroid or comet, occur terrible destruction, the Moscow district of Chernovo in ruins. Almost immediately one of the heroines, Svetlana, the closest friend of the protagonist of the movie Yulia, dies. The destroyed neighborhoods are immediately cordoned off by troops. The military already realize who they are dealing with. Although one of the main tricks of the movie is that the Russian pilot fires a missile at an unidentified object at random, without thinking what gigantic consequences his gambling shot can produce. After all, although the alien ship was in distress, but most likely it would have landed normally and would not have caused so much trouble. Then the events develop rapidly and a melodramatic plot is woven into them. The main character Artem, a simple young man from Moscow's proletarian district, is in love with a girl Yulia, the daughter of a large military officer. Yulia's father prevents this friendship, as the young man is clearly not from his circle. In his own way, he was right. Artem is a brave young man who selflessly loves Yulia, but she is more an object of property than an independent person. This is the conflict of the movie. Except, of course, for the main conflict. Aliens have descended on the metropolis, their intentions are unclear. An alien mind is not always a hostile invasion. Aliens, as it turned out on the example of one of them, can easily learn human speech. But at the same time they were unable to adequately communicate and peacefully make contact with Earthlings. They destroyed part of the city, thousands of people died under the rubble of houses. In a neighborhood of 100,000 people, there was virtually no water. The aliens are using it to repair their saucer. Earthlings from this is not easier, they do not understand what is happening and are aggressive. The Artem-Yulia love collision is aggravated by the fact that a third person appears between them. This is an alien, a humanoid, and of an absolutely earthly type. The beautiful extraterrestrial Prince Haken falls in love with Yulia, as she now calls him Karatin for simplicity. A mutual passion erupts between them. Artem cannot bear it. He declares war not only on Karatin, from the star, but also on all the aliens who have uninvitedly arrived on Earth. Artem's jealousy leads to many troubles and sad consequences. Love and carrots in the understanding of the Moscow scum. I must say, there are inconsistencies in the movie. Maybe it was done deliberately to increase the tension of the plot? But some scenes look like bloopers. And it can be annoying, there is some gap between the frames. For example, fascinated by the appearance of the alien's exoskeleton, the guys from Chernovo somehow carelessly shake out the very body of the alien, and immediately forget about it. Then the heroine of the movie, Yulia, falls sharply in love with the intelligent alien, and ignores Artem's ardent feelings. It's a bit lightweight. It is sad to see how sincere and quite selfless feelings of Artem, a simple boy from Chernov, are transformed into passions of a in-love Neanderthal. Don't touch mine, I'll kill you. The ending is not only melodramatic, but almost tragic. The first contact between the two civilizations was unsuccessful. In Chertanovsky, War of the Worlds, almost dies alien Karatin, he selflessly covers his beloved with his body. But Yulia also receives a terrible wound. Only the alien's love saves her from death. In principle, the ending can be called a happy ending. The robots of the alien ship do not fight the Earthlings to the death, they try not to injure and, moreover, not to kill any of the aggressive teenagers. The artificial intelligence, the computer controlling the ship, comes into contact with Colonel Lebedev, Yulia's father. It explains to him the purpose of the aliens' arrival and their further possible plans. So, Yulia is saved, and Hariton Haken, although wounded, almost at death, but we are given a hint that the almighty artificial intelligence will save the alien.